Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Marcus again from Remax. Today, we're going to talk about home seller pricing strategies. So let's jump right into it. What is a pricing strategy? A pricing strategy essentially is a model used to define or establish a price for a product. And, what does it mean for real estate? Essentially, the correct pricing strategy will determine whether the market accepts or rejects the home's price, sorry. And of course, it's very important to set the right price right from the get-go, because frequent price changes can essentially raise red flags for a buyer. What are the three different pricing strategies that we're going to discuss today? But first and foremost, let's discuss what a fair market value is. Fair market value essentially is the market value of a home determined by what it'll sell for in the open market. And of course, then this involves a willing seller and a willing buyer under no duress, meaning there's nothing that's forcing them to sell for less than what the home is worth for any particular reason, such as divorce, death, etc. So again, that's fair market value. And, pricing strategy number one is very common. Strategy number one essentially is pricing the home above the fair market value. And why would anybody want to do that? Well, again, most sellers want to give themselves room to negotiate. Maybe there are a few available homes like in today's market where, supply was quite restricted. So pricing the home above market value might make sense because there's very limited supply to choose from. Most homes have other upgrades, or at least the seller feels their upgrades are better, and, and they feel that it's worth more. They may also need to sell for a certain price because the home they've purchased the home for a certain price, and they need to get the equity out to be able to close the transaction that they may have pending. And of course, in some cases, the seller just wants more money, and that's completely understandable. And what are the pros and cons? So let's talk about, the pros. The pros are obviously, the price may set a new record. And of course, more money for the seller. But, what we find in these situations of pricing the home above market value is that there's limited interest and showings due to the higher price. Buyers assume the sellers aren't motivated. Essentially, you're telling the market that we are really not for sale. We're just testing out the market. And then, it tends to sit on the market. And then you reduce the price multiple times to bring it in line with other sales. And then, also search parameters the buyers put could also limit how many people actually see the home. Pricing strategy number two is pricing it at the market value. So attracts the right kind of buyer and shows the buyer that the seller is realistic. It lines up with recent sales and then allows the home to be sold in a reasonable amount of time. And of course, it gets interest that, typically equates to the market value. And then obviously the pros and cons are obviously you attract the right buyers. You get traffic that aligns with the price you're asking. You have to minimally negotiate the price, and then obviously you shorten the days on the market. And typically this strategy has no negative cons, meaning it usually is the most common approach and one that works well and has been working well for hundreds of years. And pricing below fair market value. Now, that's a strategy that, again, needs more comment. So, again, why would anybody price the home below fair market value? Obviously, one, to sell the home quickly. There's limited available homes, so they want to generate lots of interest. Let the market determine the price, kind of like an auction. And then you want to get as many people through the home, view the home, get multiple bids and offers, and obviously let the buyers compete to get the seller the highest price. And what are the pros and what are the cons? So, obviously with the low asking price under fair market value, you're going to get tons more interest. You're going to generate multiple offers. You're going to get a higher potential price and ensure, that the days on the market are very short. But again, the cons are obviously there's no guarantee of achieving what you're hoping to get. Buyers may back out due to having buyer's remorse. Buyers may get scared because they don't want to compete. And, again, the listing goes stale if it doesn't sell. And then you have to relist it for a price, which means that, the buyer now knows that you are obviously looking for much more than what you were expecting, and no one was willing to pay you that. So, again, these are some of the cons of pricing it under the market value. But again, in today's market where inventory is low and limited, it's certainly a strategy that's very common. So, obviously there's a lot more to this than just 5 minutes of a video can tell you. Again, if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to contact me. My contact information is here. And if you like the video and you like the information I provided, of course, and you feel it could help you, please feel free to reach out, leave a comment, of course, like and subscribe to my Facebook page. And I look forward to providing you more content and valuable information in the future. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching, and hope you all enjoy the rest of your day.